of Yoga Baby. Today I'm joined by Miller. Hi Miller. Hi. Okay, now I've not been so well this week. I had a little reaction to some medication which gave me some problems in my back, and I had real aches and pains all the way down my back. And it reminded me of when Miller was a little baby and I was carrying him around and I was bathing him and changing him, lifting him in and out of his cot. And it was the same area that I was getting this back pain this week. So I decided to practice some yoga yesterday, and it made me feel so much better, and I just wanted to share my little routine with you. Because if you are a new mum, you may not be used to carrying all the time, quite a weight actually with you all the time, especially if you're carrying on one side or on the hip. Your back starts to get out of alignment and starts to get sore. So I'm going to share my little routine with you. I'm going to get into my starting position and hopefully Miller will join me. And here we go, this is where we're going to start. So I just want you to take a few deep breaths here. Miller's found the camera. Hello. Hello. Okay, you're going to breathe with Mummy. You ready? Breathe in and out. He knows it's there. Come on, sweetheart. Let's try this way. Let's try this way. Ready? Breathing in and out. It's always a good distraction technique. Breathing in and out. And one more. Breathing in and breathing out. Okay, and we're going to start our practice by going into child's pose. You're going to join me here, Miller. Ready? I'm just going to open my knees. Here, come in. Miller, come and see Mummy. I may just have to move the camera in a moment, so I'll come back to you very shortly. Okay, we're back, aren't we? Okay, so I've got my knees open and my feet together here. If you haven't got a child here, you can put your head down on the floor. Or you can do this little tickling bit. So here I'm just stretching my fingers forward, moving my hips back, and breathing deep, feeling the breath rising and falling in the back. I apologise for it being a little dark here today. For those of you that don't know, we live in the Arctic here in Norway, and we have what we call our 24-hour darkness here in the winter, so that the sun never actually rises here at this time of year, so it's a little dark. Hey. Okay, so I'm going to move up now. Okay, you're going to come up with me? Okay, and I'm going to come up onto the knees. Woo! And I'm going to take camel pose. Now I'm going to lift Miller up, but I really wouldn't advise you do this with a child unless you know you're very strong. Okay, and I'm just going to move the hips forwards, lift the rib cage up, tilt the shoulders back, and start to look up with the head. Okay? Mwah. If you feel strong enough, you can reach back with one or both hands, preferably both, because then you get a nice even stretch all the way through the back. Obviously, if you've got a baby here, you can only do it one hand at a time. Here. Oh, you're tired, you're tired. The important thing here is keeping the hips forwards, isn't it? Yes. You can, of course, just support the back here by having the hands on the lower back, or you can clasp the hands together behind you. As long as you've got this lovely back arch here, wonderful stretch for the lower back, but feel like you're lifting and bending, not just dropping down. Lifting the ribs and bending. Boom! Boom! Okay, then we're going to come into another forward bending pose, so lots of backwards and forward bending when you've got back in. Okay, so I'm going to put Miller down on the floor again. This time, you can close the legs, but I'm going to keep them open here so that we can play. Okay, and I'm going to hold on to the heels. with both hands, okay? Already you should feel that lovely stretch coming through the back. And then I'm going to tuck my head under. Again, keeping the arms straight, but this time different than child's pose. I'm not sitting the hips down. I'm lifting the hips and tucking the head in. Boom. And boom. Okay, then my hands come here. So we're ready to go into our cow pose. Some people call this the dog pose. It doesn't really matter as long as we're doing it right. Hands are under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. I'm going to tilt my pelvis. So tilting the pelvis that way. So the tummy comes down to the floor and the tailbone rises. So chest is pushing down. Don't sink down into the shoulders. Keep the arms straight, keep the body lifted. Oh, don't give everybody a flash. Hey, hey. He's got me here in a compromising position, haven't he? Okay, so we're looking up. So we're creating that lovely arch in the chest. Okay, still breathing, staying strong. And then let's reverse it a little bit. So tilt the pelvis, stop kicking. Tilt the pelvis the other way. Turn you around, that'll stop you kicking. That'll stop you kicking. Okay, so now a stretch for the side of the back, which is where a lot of people get pain, and it's quite difficult to stretch this. So I'm going to show you another stretch for that as well in a minute. Oh, it's alright. Are you going to catch mummy? Okay, we're walking round. Walking the hands round. So you see what I just did there? Just step the hands round. Okay? And really feel that in the side of the waist and the side of the back. And then you can just walk it back round. Come back to the middle, make sure your tummy's pulled in a little bit. You got a little arch here. And then walk it the other way. And come back. Okay, you can take a little break there. As we have to, because somebody wants to say hello. Shall we say hello? Say hello. Hello. Okay, so moving on to our last set of exercises today. We're still working on the back. We're going to take a nice gentle fish bend here. Point the fingers towards the toes and place them behind the back, and a little bend in the elbows, okay? So the same as we did for that back bend earlier. I want you to think about lifting the rib cage, lifting the chest, rolling the shoulders back, arching back, and looking up. If you want to take this deeper, come down onto the elbows and still keep that lift. And just look up, so there's no pressure on the neck. We're not dropping it right back, we're just looking up here. And then slowly come up. Flex the feet if you like, try and straighten the back, lean it forwards, and just take a little forward bend here. No you don't. No you don't go back to that camera. No, you don't go back to that camera. Gonna be a cameraman when he's older, I've decided that. Where's that car? Where's that car? After Christmas, we're moving to the studio, perhaps a good thing. Because Miller is a little bit too interested in this camera here. Okay, if you're holding the toes, you can bend the elbows a little. Try and keep the back nice and straight. And that's also a lovely stretch for the back of the legs. Okay? And our last position for today, okay? You can have the feet together or a little bit apart. Hi! Mummy's getting up again. It's an up-down one today, isn't it? It's an up-down one. Okay, you're going to help me with this last position. You and Maggie. You and Maggie help. Okay? Ready, Miller? Do what Mummy does. Ready, Miller? Sit there. Okay, there's Maggie. There's Maggie. There she is. Okay, our last position for today. We are going to twist. He's going, I can't stop him. And we're going to put the hand on the opposite leg, okay? If you can reach down and hold the side of the foot. I hope you're good with audio instructions, because I know you won't be able to see me at all. We're lifting the hand up. And we're doing a little stretch. There you are, you can see me now. When you get more flexible, you can take this a little further down. Don't touch, Miller, don't touch, please. Miller. Miller. And then just roll the body down. Okay. Thank you, camera boy. Thank you so much for adjusting that for Mummy. Thank you. Okay. Here we go. Last one. Last one. Maybe you can see this now. We're bringing the hand to the opposite leg. On the outside of the leg. I haven't got yet. Oh, the outside of the foot. I'm going to be really quick because he's going to go again. Lift the hand. Arch over. Look away. And breathe. And then just roll it down. We're done. I'm finishing. Can we say bye-bye? Say harder. Can we say harder? See you next time. Bye-bye.